Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin to find out what cards come out. So the first card we have is the Nine of Wands. You do have fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or even an Aries. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And we have the Eight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers card. And we do have some Gemini energy with this. You could be dealing with a Gemini. So with the Lovers card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being in some kind of a relationship that's quite passionate. I also feel like that there's a connection over here that goes quite deep. The feelings are quite strong. I also feel like it's mutual as far as the feelings go. Do you feel like there is also a lot of investments into this connection, and I feel that it's mutual as far as that goes. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up here that it also feels like an energy of needing to make a choice around your connection. And I do feel like you could either be waiting on someone to make a choice, but also feel that someone could be waiting on you to make a choice. But there is a sense of needing to make a choice for this connection. But with that Nine of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of somebody kind of has their guard up to some extent. So I do feel like this is also brought upon because of a past, some kind of a trauma that someone is trying to avoid having to experience, or has become a very self-protective, has used that as a mechanism to self-protect. And I do feel like it is also getting in the way of being able to really get very close to this person. But with this Nine of Wands showing up here, this does also feel like this person is they hold a lot more feelings for this connection than they are letting on. I do feel like as far as this connection is something they are willing to fight for, they are viewing it as something that is worth fighting for, especially when it comes to the way they feel about you. With the Page of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of kind of, do you feel like it is an energy of being in the initial phases of someone, or you could be dealing with somebody younger than you. It could be a big age gap as well. But I do feel like that is also something that's actually, it's affecting the connection in some way. It has a way that is relating to the way this connection is unfolding. Do you feel like because of that, there is a sense of actually moving in a way that is a bit immature or a bit inexperienced? And I do feel like there is a need for cautiousness within the initial phases with getting this connection off the ground. I do feel like with that Nine of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a little bit of some self-sabotage, but I do feel like with this Page of Wands, there is an energy about being very optimistic, and I do feel like this person kind of needs a little bit of some time, or they need more patience than you are realizing. This Eight of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like communication. I also feel that with the Eight of Wands, this is news coming in. I feel like it's good news as far as your connection is leading to a lot of progression. I do feel like with this Eight of Wands showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of being able to hear from someone quite a lot. So it does feel like a lot of communication, but I also feel that there is also a lot of moving things forward at a quick pace. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Six of Wands. And we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So this Knight of Swords showing up here, this does feel like a pretty straightforward energy. I do feel like within this connection, when it comes to the connection, it's easily recognized, it's easily felt. It does feel like a pretty straightforward energy. It does feel like also the person you're dealing with is somebody who's quite direct, or this is somebody who's not leaving any room for confusion as far as how they feel about you. Do you feel like they're going to communicate that with you? They're going to also take the initiative when it comes to getting things moving forward in this connection. I do feel like things do move forward quite quickly, but I do also feel like there's a sense of certainty and sureness from this person when it comes to how they feel about you. I do feel like this connection is one that's easy to recognize, and even when it comes to the feelings, it is something that is easily recognized as far as the way it's making you feel. I do feel like with this Knight of Swords, this does feel like communication from this person, and I do feel like it is also happening where there is a sense of urgency behind the communication. And I do feel like with this Eight of Wands also, there's a quick energy. I do feel like things are happening quite quickly. With this Eight of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of someone kind of coming back to a situation. This does feel like a past energy or somebody who walked away coming back to the situation. And I do feel like when it comes to this person, if they have walked away, they were not able to find something better. So they are coming back, realizing what they have lost, or realizing that they may have taken things for granted with you. I do feel like with this Eight of Cups, also with this in the reverse, it also feels like an energy of someone who's struggling when it comes to being alone. They are coming back because they are struggling when it comes to really having had left this connection. I do feel like, though, this does feel like a sense of coming back with a guardedness with this Nine of Wands. So it does feel like this person is also, it's like they want to come back, but there's a sense of being in a position where they are a little bit, they may have trust issues, but they are a little bit closed off, slower to warm up. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here, there's a desire to either get someone's attention or somebody's trying to get your attention. And I do feel like also with the Six of Wands that you could be dealing with somebody online as well. Or this person is taking a route that is trying to get your attention online. I do feel like with the Six of Wands that this does feel like an energy of being able to have a successful connection with someone. And I do feel like things may be off to a start where there is a little bit of a need for patience with somebody, but there is a sense of having a lot of potential for the long term for this connection. And with the Six of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a connection headed towards something quite successful with someone. You do feel like you have this person's attention as well. And with the Seven of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of communication. The communication is quite important in this connection. It does feel like there is a lot of honesty that needs to be brought into the situation, and there's effort towards being able to either communicate or bring back honesty and even have some kind of a truth come out in the situation. And I do feel like that's happening. This does also feel like an energy of confessing something that perhaps you weren't aware of with someone or somebody was holding in. With the Seven of Swords, this does feel like a pretty open energy when it comes to the communication. So I do feel like there is a lot this person may want to tell you. I do also feel like what this person has to tell you has a lot of weight behind it. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have honeymoon. We have let go of control issues. And we have reconciliation. So this honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really being focused on and kind of striving towards having a positive connection, but also a pleasant one. I do also feel that with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this may also have to do with it's maybe reminiscence of some kind of a honeymoon phase or when things were good. Do you feel like this person is either striving towards being able to get to that place with you, or is really in a space where they're reminiscing as far as those times with you? And I do feel like there's a desire to come back towards being able to get to that place with you. And with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of somebody bringing an experience to you. Do you feel like there may be a desire for being able to actually experience positive and even pleasant and even joyful times with you? And I do feel like this person's taking action towards getting there with you. And that could be on the horizon. I do feel like it could be something coming up soon. with this let go of control issues card showing up over here, I do feel like this is all about letting things happen and unfold naturally and having faith with the trajectory of this connection. I do feel like with the Six of Wands showing up over here that this does feel like a pretty successful energy as far as where things are headed. But this Page of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like having a bit of a very idealistic energy as far as entering into this connection. I do feel like it's going to pan out in a way that you hope, but I do feel like it may start out in a way that you don't expect. So with this let go of control issues, this is about letting things happen and unfold naturally and in their own time. With this reconciliation card showing up over here, I'm getting it pertaining to this Eight of Cups. This could be a past person coming back around, somebody from the past returning to your life. I do also feel like there's a desire to rekindle things or to be able to actually gain some kind of a closure or to even reconnect and reconcile. I do feel like with this reconciliation card showing up over here, this person holds a lot of feelings for you. You also get that with that Nine of Wands. This person never moved on and is having a tough time with being able to move forward. So I do feel like there's an energy of a desire for having a second chance and even having conversation around being able to work the way back to getting to a place with you where it was a connection of some sort with a lot of pleasant times. I do feel like this person is kind of reminiscing over that with this Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups showing up over here as well. Do you feel like somebody from the past may be reaching out, but I also get an energy of being able to have a conversation, and I do feel like you could be open to hearing this person out with this Page of Wands showing up over here too. So those are the messages I'm getting for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.